Good evening all and welcome to another video on All Hail the Ale. It's Sunday night, which means it's trad beer night, and the beers we're going for tonight are going to be part of a blindfold taste test. It's these two. It is Old Peculier and 1698. And why am I doing this? Because I like to. It's good fun. The whole point is not to review them traditionally. It's deciding which one I prefer against the usual pillars of judgment, which are the looks, aroma, body, taste, and finish. We'll just go through a bit of the blurb from the Old Peculier. It is the legend. It's 5.6% ABV, and yeah, it's a premium ale. Serve cool. It says. There's really not a lot else to say about that one. It's got some very interesting artwork. The candles look slightly interesting. Make of that what you will. Anyway, so that's the first one that I shall pass to my lovely assistant, who will make himself known shortly. And the second beer is this one, 1698, a classic from Shepherd Neame. Now, Shepherd Neame have been through a phase lately of absolutely destroying the beers. They completely changed the recipe for Spitfire and Bishop's Finger and completely royally screwed the flavour up. I haven't tried 1698 since. I'm hoping they haven't destroyed it, but you never know. It says 1698 is a bottle conditioned Kentish strong ale. It's a living product which continues to ferment in the bottle, and this creates a natural sediment, just like real ale, as it ferments in the cask at the pub. Only local hops, malted barley, glucose... Oh, they've ruined it. They put bloody glucose syrup in it. And water drawn from our artesian well are used to brew 1698. So yeah, this one's slightly stronger at 6.5%, but I feel it's a valid challenge to put between the two, because yeah, OP I always think tastes stronger than it actually is. So how do we differentiate that? Well, we're going to have one beer in this glass and one beer in this glass, whilst I'm blindfolded, and yeah, eventually I will get to taste them, smell them, and eventually look at them and see which one wins. So my scoreboard of joy here looks ever so slightly different. We've got two columns, one beer, then the other beer, and the pillars. 1 point will be awarded to the winner of each category, and at the end, whoever's got the most points wins. So the whole point of this blindfold taste test is that I am blindfolded, so I shall don the Saracen scarf of shame today because we lost to Harlequins. But that's another story for another day. We were the only undefeated team in the league, but nevertheless, we're not anymore. So I am hopefully blind. So my assistant will wave a number of fingers in front of my face, and I will tell him there are none. I can't see anything. So, assistant, make yourself known, pick a beer, pick a glass, show them to the camera, and then we can get this underway.
Okay, so this beer will be going into this glass.
Okay, so pass me the glass. Which one we got? Oh, we got my goblet. Lovely. And pour about half fill the glass. Awaiting good beer. Please, sir, I want some more. Nope, right. Okay, that's the first beer.
Okay, so then the second beer
is going to be going into my Lemmy glass. Hang on. So what's the second beer? Ah, it was a trick, you didn't tell me. Good stuff. Well, they both sound the same upon opening. That's a good start. Again, about half fill it. Feels strange not being in control of the red pen of judgment today.
I felt that was a bit too full.
Right. Okay. Bit too full. Interesting. So, we're going to have a sniff test first of all. So, go with the first beer. Malty, unsurprisingly. Slightly fruity. It's got a nice alcoholic kick. And this one is a bit more full, so I'm not going to put my nose in and
it's not that much full.
By comparison, this one's really quite bland. Yeah, this one is nothing in comparison. I'm going to try it for a swirl. Activate it a bit. God, this one is so much stronger on the nose. This one is more metallic. It's still malty, but there's a metallic twinge. So, in terms of the aroma and pleasantness of said aroma, the aroma strength and how much I like it, the point, good assistant, goes to the first beer.
Points has been awarded.
Okay, so we are going to go for the body test next. So we're going to start with the loser of the first round, which is this one. Reasonable body, medium, well carbonated, whereas this one similar, medium, but the carbonation is smoother. Point goes to the first beer. And the taste test. So we're going to start again with the loser, which is this beer. Sweetness. There is a little malt, but it's sugary sweet. Whereas this beer it's maltier, it's a little twiggier, it's a little browner. And I'm going to tell you now, neither of them taste like a draft pint of Old Peculier. So, yeah, interesting. A draft pint of Old Peculier is a thing of wonder. But give it a little taste. Point goes to the first beer again. There's more to it. It's thicker in a way in terms of flavour. The flavour coats your mouth for longer. A little fruitier, a little bit more malty, chewy, and yeah, it's a great thing. So that leaves the penultimate test, which is the finish. Now on a beer like this, I want the malts to really shine. I want the fruity nature of the hops to really kind of just settle nicely on the tongue and just give me a warming, pleasant experience. So we're going to go for the loser of the last round, which again is this one. Yeah, so it's sweetness all the way, and if anything, the finish tastes a little watery. And this one, it's a maltier, fruitier, more intense finish. Point goes to this one. So I know it's 4-0 at this point, so it's a bit of a foregone conclusion, but for purposes of the last test, which is the looks, I'm going to ask my lovely assistant to top off both beers. So if we can start with the first beer, I'll keep hold of the glass, just top it up to just over halfway. Okay, and beer number 2. When you've done beer number 2, if I can just ask you to hold it once you put the bottle down, so I can remove my blindfold of shame and blind myself with the fire of 1,000 suns. Ah, gets me every time, that does. Right, thank you kindly, good sir. So, it's a no-brainer. This one is much more of a ruby red. This one is amber, copper in colour. The heads, well, they are what they are. It's all down to the pour. But visually, I'm a visual drinker. This one, I love the ruby red. And before the scoreboard is revealed, I'm going to tell you exactly which beer it is. I had my suspicions from the first tasting, and indeed the first sniff. The first beer is Old Peculier. If I'm wrong, well, I'm not. I know how they I know how they look. But yeah, if I was wrong after the first 4, I would have been ashamed. But visuals confirmed it. Old Peculier has got to be the winner, and if he's pranking me, I will be upset. Yeah, it's a no-brainer. Old Peculier absolutely pisses all over 1698 nowadays. It tastes stronger than the 1698. 1698 at 6.5% is a reasonable strength beer, but it doesn't taste it. And yeah, the Old Peculier at 5.6 is just better all round. It tastes boozier, it tastes stronger, it tastes better. And yeah, all told, it's a great beer. So yeah, Shepherd Neame should be ashamed of what they've done to their beers. They really should. This used to be incredible. It used to be flavoursome. It used to be stronger. It used to be maltier. This is a shadow of its former self, and it's the last one I'm going to buy. I haven't bought anything Shepherd Neame for a while because, like I say, Spitfire and Bishop's Finger were ruined. 1698 has gone the same way, whereas Old Peculier reigns supreme today. It's got a 5-0 whitewash. Like I say, it still doesn't taste quite the same as a cask beer, and indeed the cask is absolutely divine, like I said, but this is no slouch at all. So yeah, out of the 2, Theakston's wins, Old Peculier wins, and Shepherd Neame should hang their heads in shame. And we'll leave it there and say, these have been the beers. I've been me. Those down there are the buttons. He's been my assistant. And yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe, dislike if you want. I don't mind. And we'll catch you again soon for another one. Bye for now.